Hey, we're back. All right, I got another PSA. Basically, I was gonna make a video about this, but I messed up and I took too long, and Asmongold went first, and that's fine. Nobody's been talking about the astronauts that came back. What about the astronauts? Right? It's been months. Nobody knows what's going on. Well, all of a sudden they came back, and no one's talking about it because everyone wants to say that Elon's a bad guy. I guess I don't know. Let's see.
Elon, first of all, what a triumph to the human spirit, human ingenuity.
So yesterday, I didn't get a chance to watch this because I was in the middle of Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
But
that's why.
yesterday, we had the people from Splashdown right here from the International Space Station.
Okay, so yeah, that looks so CGI, but okay, I guess.
And Splashdown, Crew 9,
Yep.
back on Earth.
Okay, now it still looks CGI. But cool.
There it is.
What's
so
that?
this happened yesterday, last night.
SpaceX Freedom, Splashdown. Good main release.
Cool.
Copy Splashdown.
So these guys can't even walk, is the word on the street, because they've been in space for so long, they don't have gravity. They're kind of losing all their physical abilities. I heard they had to be sent out on stretchers or something.
We see main chutes cut. Nick, Alex, Butch,
Man.
Sunny, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
That is crazy. Yeah, why does it look like AI? It does look artificial in a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I kind of felt the same way, actually, looking at it for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt weird. It looked weird, like as if it was fake.
But anyway, so yes, that happened yesterday, last night.
Wait, what? Did we
Elon.
really? Never mind. Did he really save them? Do we know? Have we talked to them? Have we confirmed it?
First of all, what a triumph to the human spirit, human ingenuity, engineering. First of all, on behalf of, I know many people in this audience, thank you for what you did for those astronauts today. How were you feeling, throughout
Yeah,
the
it's
day?
huge W.
I mean, I
Massive
know I
W.
felt butterfly.
Massive W. These guys were lost. Boeing didn't know what to do. Boeing couldn't make airplanes for a moment, So freaking, this is good. This is a big moment.
in my stomach, and I rarely feel them.
Well, I'm actually usually a little nervous about these returns.
Me too.
There's always some risk that something could go wrong. But thanks to the excellent work of the SpaceX team working with NASA, the astronauts are now safely home. And so congratulations to the SpaceX and NASA teams on
this is
excellent
great.
work. And a huge note of appreciation to President Trump for prioritizing and expediting their return.
I did read an article. We can actually go look for it. Something about one of the astronauts. I don't know which one. They were saying that they believed that they could have came back sooner if they just gave Elon the okay. If like the U.S. government backed him up a little bit or something. I don't know. We can. You know what? Before I start talking crap, let's go see. Here, let's go right here. Astronaut leaves trip was delayed. Okay, what does it say? Is this what it was? It was like a Fox News one? We can go to Yahoo. But is that picking and choosing? I mean, obviously, because things need to pop up, NASA defends, right? I guess they can defend. Okay, let's look at NASA defend. Let's be fair. Let's look at them. They never were stranded. They were just in space. They were just in space. We knew where they were. What the heck? After the safe return Tuesday of two astronauts left behind for months. Left behind. They were stranded. They were just left behind for months on the International Space Station. The White House characterized the pair as stranded and trumpeted They return as a rescue. Quote unquote rescue. Those are the words that NASA has been resisting for months. Okay. It made for an awkward situation in a post-splashdown press conference when NASA administrators insisted they could have brought Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams home at any time. We just didn't want to. As they said, while also seeking not to contradict the president. What do you mean they could have brought him back at any time? Listen, this chick knows you're full of crap. That chick knows you're full of crap, dude. That's all I'm saying. The two returned as part of SpaceX's Crew 9 mission, having been on board the station since June after flying up on Boeing Starliner. So that's what it was. Like, they went up on the Starliner and then they said, you know what? There's deficiencies. It's not that they will explode if they use it, but there's a chance. So they just brought it back to be sure. But then they never sent it back, you know? Promise made, promise kept. President Trump pledged to rescue the astronauts stranded in space for 9 months. Was the message posted to the White House X account after landing? Okay, yeah, he's saying, hey, I said I'll bring them back. I brought them back. But NASA officials, is this on NASA? Oh, it just said NASA. This is on phys.org. What the heck's phys.org? Anyways, okay, we'll do this one and then we'll go to the next one. But NASA officials, though parsing their words carefully, stuck to the narrative. We always have a lifeboat, a way for them to come home. Okay. But they couldn't use it? Wilmore and Williams flew up on Starliner's crew flight test, arriving June 6th on what was supposed to be as short as an 8-day stay. Yeah. But they suffered thruster failures and helium leaks in its propulsion system. Okay, I don't know what that does to the propulsion, but that's not good. NASA ultimately elected to send Starliner home without a crew and have Wilmore and Williams join the SpaceX Crew 9 mission. Okay. We looked for opportunities to bring the crew back when it was safe to do so. So that it was not safe to do so. We're looking for opportunities. We're looking for opportunities. Not we have it all figured out. We're looking for an opportunity to bring it back when it's safe. Come on. From Stitch's point of view, what some saw as the plight of Wilmore and Williams was instead part of what being an astronaut's all about. That's what you wanted. To be up there for 8 months. And the fact Starliner was a test flight always meant the short stay could be extended. What does that mean? And the fact Starliner was a test flight. So the fact that it was a test flight always meant that the short stay could be extended. Obviously, test flights, there's always a chance that you're going to stay for an extra 8 months. What are these guys talking about? Anyways, this is wild. This is wild. I almost feel like I need to keep going to a different one because this is wild. That's all I'm saying. This is wild. We're working hand in hand with Boeing as well as on certification of Starliner, getting that vehicle back to flight. So the test one doesn't even work anymore. Why didn't they send the monkey? Why did they send the monkey on the test flight? You're going to send a person on the test flight? And then you have to bring it back because it's not safe? Butch and... Look, I'm going to skip down. Butch and Suni's return on Dragon, to me, shows how important it is to have 2 different crew transportation systems. The importance of Starliner and the redundancy that we're building in human spaceflight for our low Earth orbit economy. I'm bored with this whole thing already. Okay, so, yeah, this is wild. Fact check. Okay, hey, let's do a fact check. I don't know what's going on. Este artículo estará disponible en español. Interesting. The return of astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. Oh, wait, no, this is factcheck.org. The facts behind the delayed returns Okay, so these, this is it. This is the facts. So, return of Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore after unextended stay on the International Space Station has been the subject of competing claims about the actions of the Trump and Biden administration in bringing them home. White House advisor Elon Musk, whose SpaceX company aided the astronauts' return, said he had offered last year to bring 2 astronauts home much sooner, but the Biden administration declined for political reasons. NASA and space experts, including the 2 astronauts themselves, dispute that the decision was based on politics. No, but that's what I'm saying. One of the guys just said that he thinks it was based on politics. We're going to read this and then we're going to see if that even exists. You know, we're going to check the facts and then double check. In a press conference March 4th, NASA officials and safety budget concerns about a separate mission to retrieve the astronauts and desire to keep a crew on the space station were the reasons of driving the decision to have Williams and Wilmore return with a SpaceX crew, which is expected to land on Tuesday. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, has repeatedly claimed that he expedited the return of the astronauts after making a personal appeal to Musk. Right? So Trump's saying that him and Musk figured it out and they got it done when the other guys were taking forever or something. The mission to return the 2 astronauts has been in the works since last summer. Okay. The timeline for the return is roughly in line with that plan. When they were left behind and not stranded, apparently. Delayed return, they're going to lay it out. They're laying it out. Okay, so all of a sudden they left June 4th. Boom, boom, boom. They flew. It was supposed to be 8 days. Purpose of the mission was to evaluate if the spacecraft could be used for regular astronaut rotation missions. They're seeing if it can even work. Hey, how about we try this one out? Maybe this one could be the one we use to go there and back. What do you mean maybe this one? Figure that shit out. Anyways, shortly after liftoff, the Starliner experienced multiple helium leaks. That's scary. Which caused the return mission to be halted until further testing could be conducted. I mean, I think they should have tested these things beforehand. Come on, guys. Although the helium leak stabilized after arrival, problems with the thrusters convinced NASA that it would. They basically said, no, the thrusters don't work. We're going to send it back empty. And then when Musk came back, no, that's when Musk came into the picture, it says. You know, that's pretty tight. So then in August, they're right here talking about bringing it back in February, right? In September, the mission launched Crew 9 with NASA's Nick Hogg. Okay, so they sent some people and they reached it over there. Wait, I don't understand. So they sent it out. They successfully reached the space station on September 29th. Okay. The capsule was launched with 2 empty seats for the crew, including Williams and Wilmore, to return in February. Oh, it's because it wasn't working. That's just when they went and picked up the vehicle. Okay. That confused me. So they had to have people come over in September and then leave them again? That sucks. If that's what happened, if I'm understanding that right. Well, so in the recent months, Musk and Trump have claimed the Biden administration decided to leave the astronauts in space station until after the November election to avoid bad publicity. But what bad publicity? What's the bad publicity if that were to happen? I don't understand. During a Fox News interview, oh no, I'm about to die. Or the battery about to die. Okay, so on February 18th, Trump said he gave Musk the go-ahead, right? But, I mean, if it's to be believed what they said, that wasn't the plan. That was the plan anyway. Claiming that they had been abandoned on purpose by former President Joe Biden to avoid political backlash. But what political backlash? That would have been something cool, wouldn't it have been? They didn't have go-ahead with Biden. He was going to leave them in space. They were running for office too, actually. They were running for office together, and it would have given Musk a big win. If people talked about it, which they're not doing right now, because I guess he's the enemy. He was going to leave him in space. I think he was going to leave him in space. He didn't want the publicity. Can you believe it? Oh, that's Trump. That's Trump voice right there. They didn't have to go ahead with Biden. I'm not even going to try. Never mind. It's not the first time he said that. So I guess this thing's saying that they're just saying that they came up with the idea right now, but it was already the plan. I mean, regardless, he still did it, you know? Elon replied, wait, in response to Musk's claims, several astronauts took to X to refute the idea that the astronauts were purposefully abandoned. Yeah, but who did that? Andreas Mogensen, a former SpaceX astronaut from Denmark, posted, "What a lie," and from someone who complains about the lack of honesty from the mainstream media. In response to Mogensen, Elon replied, "You are fully retarded? What? SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden administration and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons. Idiot." That's kind of confrontational. I mean, I guess he's getting picked on by everybody, but like, come on, dude. Calm down. Even though I think he's probably, I don't know. Let's keep reading. She responded saying, "Elon, I have long admired you." Oh, this is getting all personal. I already know. "And what you have accomplished, especially at SpaceX and Tesla. You know as well as I do that Butch and Suni are returning with Crew 9, as has been the plan since last September. Even now, you are not sending up a rescue ship to bring them home. They are returning on the Dragon capsule that has been on the ISS since last September." Oh, so the people went up there with them, and it's been right there the whole time? Oh, what if this is like a Musk video game situation? That's not good. He needs to stop with the video games. Oh, here, this is what I think I saw. Okay, so in an interview with CNN, Williams and Wilmore, Anderson Cooper was there. And he says, "Hey, did you get abandoned by the Biden administration?" I guess they said, "We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel stuck. We don't feel stranded." Wilmore said that. Oh, okay. So they were on with Anderson Cooper, and they're just trying to be positive, I guess. "I understand why others may think that. We came prepared. We came committed. This is what your human space flight program is. It prepares for any and all contingencies that we can conceive of, and we prepare for those. So if you'll help us change the rhetoric, help us change the narrative, let's change it to be prepared and committed like what you've been hearing. That's what we prefer." I like that. You know, she's saying like, hey, take this to heart. All of a sudden you're stranded somewhere. You got to prepare, because all of a sudden anything can happen, right? I like that. Williams reiterated, "Butch and I knew this was a test flight and that we would probably find some things wrong with the Starliner, and we found some stuff. So it was not a surprise." You know what? They would have gone crazy if they didn't have the right mentality. And it sounds like they have the right mentality. As for the prospect of sending up a SpaceX flight just to bring them back earlier, we could never expect to come back just special for us or anyone unless it was a medical issue or something really out of the circumstances along those lines. Well, I mean, being up there for months and months is kind of out of the circumstances. Like it's like not good. You guys came back not being able to walk, I think. Unless that's proven wrong. What's going on? I was kidding. Let's keep reading. They arrived. Wait. 2 astronauts went over in September. Yeah, so they did have homies. They had some friends up there. Wilmore said he had no reason to doubt Musk's claims about an offer to bring them home earlier, though Wilmore said he was not privy to such an offer. Oh, interesting. Because this is, I think, what I heard. Because, I mean, I'm going to read their quote in a second. Let me just tell you. Okay, so all of a sudden, I heard that he said that he thinks it was political. But we have no information on that whatsoever, he said. That's information that we simply don't have, so I believe him. I don't know all those details, and I don't think any of us can really give you the answer that maybe you'd be hoping for. So he personally believes Musk, but there's no receipts, I guess. Is there receipts? Anyways, asked about the claims of political motivations for their extended stay, Wilmore said that Musk and Trump may have information that we are not privy to. Oh, I mean, yeah, cop-out answer. I mean, he still did it. SpaceX still did it at the end of the day. But I don't know. He said, from my standpoint, politics is not playing into this at all. From our standpoint, I think that they would agree. We came prepared to stay long, even though we planned to stay short. Okay. When I launched in late September, our planned return date was the end of February. And given the amount of training that's required to get a crew ready and the complexities associated with getting a spacecraft ready to launch and operate in space, targeting a March return is pretty much on target. Okay, so it was the plan the whole time. Several leaders at NASA said they were unaware of Musk's offer to bring the astronauts home sooner. I don't even remember, honestly. Let's go. It didn't come to my attention. There was no discussion whatsoever. Maybe he sent a message to some lower level person. Oh, who's this guy who's all high and mighty? Oh, Bill Nelson, who served as NASA's administrator. Okay. They're asking about that offer. I think there may have been some conversations that I wasn't a part of. Rolled out. Wait. But he said the option to fly a separate mission to the space station to retrieve the astronauts was ruled out pretty quickly. So they just ruled it out. Okay. When it comes to adding on missions or bringing a capsule home early, those were always options, but we ruled them out pretty quickly just based on how much money we've got in our budget and the importance of keeping crews on the International Space Station. Oh, because if they brought them back, then they wouldn't have people up there because they can't send more because their machines aren't working. Oh, wow. They're an important part of maintaining the station, so we'd like to keep our crews up there. Oh, wow. Oh, it's convenient. They just keep them up there. We only have to pay them like an extra $1 or something. I forget how much they had to get paid, but it was nothing. Or like, obviously they're getting paid, but they're not getting paid overtime, so to speak, you know? When we looked at the situation at the time, we had a Crew 9 launch in front of us, and it made sense. It's getting repetitive. It's like they already knew that they were going to do that. Trump's role in the mission. NASA officials said Trump's involvement did not expedite the mission that would bring the astronauts home. That's NASA officials. But, I mean, what was the team that got him? Anyways, I have no idea. They're waiting to hand off to Crew 10 before leaving. But it was delayed. Oh, so they could have gotten swapped in December. But they got delayed in December? Wait, but they planned the swap in February, or in September, I mean, for a February or March swap. So that kind of confuses me, because you can't say that they were going to swap on December and then, oh no, it didn't work out, but whenever it was September, you planned for February. How does that make sense? Like you planned for this to fail? I don't know. I'm going to keep reading. That's how I learn. In a statement released in December, NASA wrote, NASA SpaceX Crew 10 is now targeting no earlier than late March 2025 to launch 4 crew members into the International Space Station. But in February, the agency announced that NASA and SpaceX are accelerating the target launch and return dates for upcoming crew rotation missions from the International Space Station. What do you mean you're accelerating? You're already behind. We were already trying to go for February. In February, you said you're accelerating? That's marketing, so you guys don't get in trouble. The agency, in collaboration with SpaceX, was able to move up the launch by adjusting the original plan to fly a new Dragon spacecraft and instead fly a previously tested. Why don't they test these things? What do you mean test them? Test these spacecrafts. What's wrong with these people? Test your machines. Anyways, I learned that NASA doesn't test their machines. I guess that's the reason why Boeing never tests theirs. Okay, well, I guess they're completing assessments, previously flown craft. My phone's about to die. Wait, no, I have a charger. Never mind. Anyways, no, this thing's about to die, actually. I can verify that Steve had been talking about how we might need to juggle the flights and switch capsules as a good month before there was any discussion outside of NASA. Basically, it was the plan. It was the plan all along. And that's that. It sounds like they got receipts. I'm just glad they're home. Let's do they got images? I don't know if they got images, but look. Aha, we got them home. Look at them. Well, that was when they were leaving. No, it doesn't count. Astronauts. Return. That's not how you spell return. Oh, look at him. Look at her. There we go. That's a nice one. Go to New Sky. Ooh, look at him. It's nice to be home. That's all I'm saying. All right, well, that's it. That's the PSA. So, till next time.